I guess you guys want to hear a little story this morning, right? Is that what you jumped up here for? Daddy tells you a little story and everything? Uh-huh. Well, you have to be quiet now. You have to sit down. You know, you're a little fella. You're only 4 inches tall, Harry. Mm-hmm. That's it. Okay. All right. Once upon a time, there was a guy that lived way out in Texas. And he had a brother that was crippled. The poor fellow was in and out of the hospitals and everything. And, um, yeah. I don't want that juice. Do you want Daddy to tell you a story, or do you want to fool with the goose? Is that what you want? And I think Ginger will listen anyway. So anyway, he decided to bring his brother out to the spread out in Texas. And the neighbor was sort of nosy, and he came over there and leaned over the fence and said, "Hey, partner, I see you have company." And the fellow said, "Oh, yes." He said, "I have my brother here, my brother Bill." He said, "He's crippled, you know." And the neighbor said, "Well, my gosh. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, he's been in and out of the hospitals for years, and I decided to bring him out here and let him stay with me a while. Maybe the Texas air will help him, you know." And he said, "Well, that's good." He said, "In fact, I'm going to take him around the world." And he said, "Oh, you are? Well, isn't that nice?" "Well, good, good." He said, "Well, let me know how you make out when you get back." "Oh, I will." So a couple months later, here comes the guy back with Brother Bill, and the neighbor couldn't wait to get over the fence and say, "Well, how did you make out, George?" Brother Bill's name was George. And he said, "Well, we did good." He said, "Well, where did you go?" He said, "Well, we went to the Washington Monument." "You did?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh, boy, you took Bill?" He said, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, how did Bill, where did you take him to the top?" He said, "Right to the top." And he said, "Well, my golly," he said, "how did you get him up there?" He said, "Well, we went up on the elevator." He said, "Bill's crippled, you know." And he said, "Yes." He said, "And then where?" He said, "Well, we went from there to the Eiffel Tower." He said, "Oh, my golly." He said, "Did you go up to the top?" He said, "Yes. Yes, we did." He went right to the, "How did you get up there?" "We went up on the elevator." He said, "Bill's crippled, you know." And he said, "Yeah, I know." "Then where did you go?" They said, "Well, then we came back to Houston, and we landed there, and there was a carnival fair going on, so I took Brother Bill over there." "Oh, you did? I bet he really liked that, didn't he?" "Oh, yes, he really liked it." And he said, "Then we saw this, lo and behold," he said, "we saw this uh, healer. He was healing everybody. He put his hand on somebody's head that was blind and say, 'You can see.' And my golly, they could see." And the neighbor said, "Oh my golly, George," he said, "that's wonderful." And he said, "Well, then what happened, George?" He said, "Well, then," he said, "did you take Bill, you up there, Brother Bill?" And he said, "Yes, yes." I got him in the line. We finally got up there, and what happened? What happened, George? He said, "Well," he said, the minister put his hand on top of Bill's head, and he said, "Bill, sow your left crutch into the wind." And he said, "Oh my." George, he said, "What happened?" He said, "Well, Bill threw his left crutch into the wind." And he said, "Oh my God." Then what happened, George? And he said, "Well," he said, he told Brother Bill, he said, "Throw your right crutch into the wind, Bill." And he said, "Well, what did he do, George?" He said, "He threw his right crutch into the wind." "Oh my God, then what happened?" "Well, Bill fell on his ass, you know. He's crippled, you know." Okay, you're welcome.